Hello, and welcome to Khyber Shards, a 5th edition actual play show set in the Eberron campaign world. Last time on Khyber Shards, which was just a week ago for you and was ages ago for us, our intrepid band has set out on the trail of Lucan Stellos, a agent of the King's Citadel of Breland.
Cal thinks you're missing important things at the start.
It's really important.
Already.
Yep. An agent of the Citadel of Breland who has disappeared from the Brelish embassy after stealing the Soul Blade, a weapon that the Strike Force had previously helped the Citadel steal from the Emerald Claw. Complicating matters is the fact that Ezri...
It's not complicated yet.
...has been ordered by Lady Mirabella Uruvi of House Thorani and also of loyalty to Erandis to acquire said Soul Blade and bring it to her. There was a very tense conversation regarding this with Thora, but more pressing matters have overwhelmed Thora's concerns, primarily that Lucan's younger sister, Mina, is involved in this theft. Thora wants Lucan apprehended and Mina kept out of the matter. So, the party headed up to Three Barrel Cove to make contact with one of Thora's contacts, an airship pilot named Malcolm DeReynolds.
Canon now.
You can't show your work that much, Philip.
Yep.
You can't.
Oi. An airship pilot named Malcolm DeLirandar. At the bottom of the barrel tavern, party met with Malcolm and arranged passage. Ezri was also approached by an elven woman calling herself Demise. And naturally, he agreed that she should come with them.
Yeah, no ominousness.
An agent of the Emerald Claw also interested in seeing the Soul Blade recovered so that it can be taken to Lady Mirabella. A 3-day airship journey saw our heroes reach Trollenport in the gnomish nation of Zalargo, where they are trying to make contact with one of Lucan's old contacts, a member of the Ondarian Royal Eyes named Nea Irkrel. The party have discovered that there is, at the Ondarian embassy, a masquerade ball going on. They split up with Demise after giving her one of their communicators, and she went off to gather her resources. The party have acquired, through magical means, invitations to the party and have now set off to acquire appropriate attire for said ball. So, it is evening in Trollenport. You have headed off down the street into a fancy shopping district where you have found an appropriate tailor's shop that specializes in fancy evening wear. And upon entering, are approached by a gnomish tailor with an enormous twirling blue mustache matching his
Wonderful.
hair. Approaches and says, "Good evening. How can I better attire you?"
Very good. Yes, we require some outfits for the event going on at the Ondarian Embassy.
Yes.
Ah, well. Oh, my goodness, that's rather late to be acquiring an evening outfit for a party. We'll have to go off the rack, it seems.
Tragically, that is the case. Yes.
Very well. And he waves his hands slightly, and you hear movement come across the floor, and then something is standing near each of you holding a long cloth measuring tape, and begins to take your measurements.
Ooh.
Ow! Nope, not there. That's a little high for the NC.
Hey.
And the tailor writes all these down as the measurements are taken, and then turns and says, "All right. Yes, we can probably make something work for here. Room for large tail. And going to the party, you'll be wanting masks as well, I assume."
Yes, please.
Excellent.
I guess so.
Excellent. Well, while I gather some garments appropriate, why don't you have a look over there? And he gestures, and there is a wall that is just covered in fancy party masks for you to select from.
Excellent.
So, what do you pick? What masks did the party end up with?
Pog is going to.
We are free to exercise our imagination here, I take it.
Yep.
Okay.
Ari would go with a mask that is full face, because once again, anonymity has never been our strong suit, but there's no reason to that we shouldn't turn over a new leaf today. But it is very kind of when I say elfish, I mean like our real world interpretation, like very angular, sharp features, very sharp nose, and it's got kind of almost a jester-esque quality, like large smile on it,
Okay.
like a Harlequin mask, like Harlequin-esque, but darker tones matching the Forgotten Prince style of maybe instead of stark white, it's kind of a smoky color all over with darker accents to highlight various features.
Okay.
This
Nice.
one seems creepy, Ari says as he pulls it off the rack.
Is that what we're supposed to get? Is creepy?
Whatever you want, I think.
I mean, have you
Whatever.
seen his eyes? It kind of has to go that direction.
Esri, there's
Whatever
so many.
I want.
The fact that you're calling my eyes creepy, you are called. Oh my god, I'm gonna go look at some clothes.
With the permission.
Esri just leans into the telepathy, and his eyes just glow green.
With the permission to get whatever he wants, Paul goes straight to the wall where there is a mostly full face covering, but the mouth exposed because the mask is butterfly wings with feathered plumage around the sides of it. Brightly colored feathers off the end of this mask.
Nice.
Not creepy. It's going to be gaudy.
Looking like a capital citizen from the Hunger Games.
100%.
100%.
Shade picks up a tree mask, and it is obviously
Hey, copyright.
Well, she didn't design it, so it's beautiful. And she's making her own mask. It's just going to be like bark carved off of a tree and put on the face. But she actually puts back the tree mask, Esri, because she sees one with peacock feathers. And so she goes, oh, I can match Cal.
Yes.
I want this one.
Awesome.
So you know that like eye makeup trend where it's like a full band of color across the eyes? So think that, but in like sort of a vibrant forest green in a wearable form. So sort of just a streak across the eyes in green.
Okay. Nice. Okay, and after a moment, the tailor comes back in and has a rack of clothing in various sizes. And he says, these should suit each of you. And he gestures each of you towards a rack with a few different outfits. So what does everyone's party outfit end up looking like?
You seen The Matrix? It's
Have seen The Matrix, yes.
it's Neo's duster, but in matching green.
Nehru color duster.
Yeah.
Nice.
So Pog is going to take a black jacket with tails, and take his like sash that he typically wears, and off his shoulder, because it looks weird under the jacket, wear it almost like a cummerbund, and with the jacket on, long tails, and the lapels and the lining on the coat, and therefore the backside of the tails is a royal purple.
Awesome.
So he is just the Incredible Hulk with a feathered butterfly mask right now.
That's fantastic.
What's Shade?
Shade asks if they come with the tail hole pre-cut, or is that something that like customizes once it's purchased? She just wants to make sure that that's an option.
Pog does want to accommodate a
I can
tail
adjust.
hole.
I can adjust any of them for a tail.
Okay.
Is that like an elastic thing so that it stays cinched?
Buttons. That way, like, not everybody's tail is the same height. And so, you
Clearly.
have buttons so you can adjust.
Obviously.
Or at least that's what has worked so far. She picks a blue one that matches the blue and the peacock feathers, and it is also the simplest dress that she could find on the rack. She is not going for lots of details or lots of pieces, so it's just simple dress, covers her shoulders.
Cool.
Ari would try to find something that is, what's good, he's trying to kind of blend in, so like military formal wear adjacent, like very like formal jacket, buttons all the way down, just, you know, sensible slacks, some boots, but it's all black, but with like the smoky gray Forgotten Prince magic kind of designs and filigree all over it. So
Excellent choices. You all look magical.
Oh, thanks.
Now, matter of the bill.
yes,
And he Jet walks over and begins filling out a form. Let's see. And masks as well. Right. That should be 23 gold pieces.
That is so much less than I was fearing.
Okay.
Pog has it.
Yes.
each. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
each?
Okay.
Oh, Pog has it.
Oh,
Why would Pog buy your mask?
He seemed very willing to part with his gold unnecessarily before.
Ari just pulls out 23 gold pieces and puts it on the
I did
counter.
what?
Thank you, sir.
course.
Esri, do I need to buy yours?
Poorest
Do
member
you,
of the
do you
party.
need me to
yes.
buy yours? I'll buy yours.
Yes, very much.
If you need to.
Thank you, Paul.
I guess there's a
Yes.
reason
Yeah.
I'm the poorest
Shades
person
too,
in
I
this party.
think.
I don't ask people to pay for my things.
No, I have money.
Okay. So,
Ezra, are you
He
bad with
hands-
money?
No, quite the opposite, I think.
I'm sorry about them.
wait, you have money?
A bit.
Oh, well then give me the money you have and I'll pay the rest.
Hey, remember how we're trying to get into a ball in a time-sensitive manner, gang? We're already late for the arrangement, so maybe just pay for the clothes and let's go.
I did.
Great.
Okay.
He passes each of you a business card as he accepts the money.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure doing business with you.
What is the
Pleasure
business
as well.
card say?
The business card says Manifest Sown by Zola Krankle.
Zola Krankle?
Yes.
All right. Well,
Okay.
question, Philip. I have a set of half-plate armor that I'm no longer wearing and just carrying loose. So, what do for that?
Bus
That
station
is
lockers.
a bunch of stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
I was about to ask, can I retcon that I would have left my armor on the boat, but we didn't know that we were going to a fancy dress party when we left the boat, so that would not make sense. So
It's true.
Also, the boat was leaving.
that's also true.
Not immediately, but
Yeah, we had some time to get back to the boat before Malcolm
As-
took off.
as you walk, who gave Demise their communicator?
I believe it was.
Is it Ezri's
I think
communicator?
it was Ezra's. I don't remember distinctly, but that makes
Certainly
sense.
was not.
Then a voice comes through to the rest of you. Then anything to update?
Nope. All good here. Still looking. What about on your end?
Excellent.
Got any news, updates, tips?
I've acquired some useful resources for us.
You gonna stick with that level of vagueness, or do you want to tell us more?
I'll explain more when we meet up again.
Excellent. All right. Well, talk to you then. Over and out. Your new friend, Esri, has acquired some resources for us, and she said it in a much more ominous way than I just did. So,
It was scary sounding.
Probably people. She said she had people here.
Oh, do you not think it was a dress and a mask? Because we also got resources.
I,
well, that's
I so
fair.
hope she's not going to be at this party. I just hope the people that she's gotten are consenting to being involved in this scheme. That would be a good
They
thing.
are, well, my understanding was they were part of the organization on this side of the.
Great.
What is the water? Is it a strait? Is it a bay? What
The
is it?
Thunder Sea.
The sea, Thunder Sea.
See, this side of the sea.
More terrorists. Great. Love that.
Okay.
They might keep us
so-
alive, or they might try to kill us. It's really hard to say at this point.
You said that
there
more
is-
normal than it should have been said.
This appears to be my normal now, so.
There is still a small queue of people going in, and you can see as you approach the guys taking the invitations still. And as you approach, the guards look you up and down as you offer your invitations, and one of them says, you'll need to check weapons.
Oh, can I also check
My
this
weapons are
armor?
fine. I checked them earlier. Thank you.
Check them for
Sure,
what?
yes, there are
Okay, great.
lockers in the entryway. One of the guards walks over and opens a door into a coat check closet.
Does my
Yeah,
walking
that's it.
stick count?
You can leave armor and weapons here.
All right. Thank you. Ari sticks
Does
his armor
this
in there
count?
because remembrance is a
I have
summoned
my
weapon.
staff.
So, na boo boo.
Does my staff, my walking stick, count as a weapon?
Is it magical?
No, it's just a bit of wood.
Speaking of,
Is that a true statement, R.A.?
It is. Yeah. This is
Okay.
because I left this in Tira staff, so this is just my like normal wooden staff.
He looks at it, looks at you. All right, fair enough. And then as Shade starts to come in, he says, your animal will need to wait outside.
No.
Yes.
We match. It's a set. We go together.
he's part of
Make
the
a
costume.
persuasion check, and I'm giving you advantage on this persuasion check because that's a high fashion argument that probably appropriate to the social set.
All right, with advantage, I rolled a 14. You said persuasion, right?
Yep.
Not nature.
Correct.
Survival.
Nature.
Survival.
He looks at you and kind of, well, I shouldn't. Could get in trouble.
Ari rolls his eyes and deftly hands the guy 2 gold pieces into like the handshake thing.
Well, little irregular, but it is they do make a fine costume accessory, so I suppose make an exception.
Appreciate it, sir.
Yes.
Pog will
thank you.
walk up and pull Fury's edge, and from behind him, a hand axe, and set those down.
And then another hand axe, and then another hand axe, and then a knife.
And then a hand
Right.
cut off by an axe.
When did I turn into Rocket Raccoon?
Oh, I forgot about this one.
Once everyone is disarmed, you are allowed into the party. The party is taking place in a grand ballroom with a large dance floor. At one end of the room, in a corner of the room, there is a stage, and there is a band, a string quartet performing. All of them are elves and overtly bear the mark of shadow. There are lots of people in very fancy outfits moving across the dance floor, dancing, gathering around the table where food is being served. There's an open bar over here, and it is very much a high-class, fancy party. And everyone is splendidly masked.
Wonderful.
As soon
Wow.
as we're out of the earshot of the gentleman who let us in, Shade assures Cal that he is more than just an accessory.
Of course.
You are an integral fashion item.
Party member. Strike Force team.
So, what are we doing? What is our goal here?
We Why are you asking? You're literally why we're here. What are you? You are the one person who should have every clue.
And yet,
I believe we're looking for Naya. Is that the person's name that we heard?
Naya Irkrell is the station chief for the Ondarian Royal Eyes. So she works here, and Thora believes that Lucan will go to her for help. That's the contact he'll go to for help.
And I have the cipher to give to her from Thora.
Yes.
Correct. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
all right. Then I'm going to cast Locate Creature.
Wait! Don't stop! As soon as Ari sees Esri start to do somatic.
No, I mean
stuff.
I said that out loud. That was in character.
They can when I did the distraction for Pog earlier and did minor illusion to make some extra noise, the gnomes could detect that I was casting magic and they were not happy about it.
Did they know it was you or just the area? Because there's a lot of people here.
They were in my brain, like they telepathically gave me a warning about it. So I think maybe we should try doing this the old-fashioned investigative way before we start casting spells in here, because that's going to draw a lot of attention to us.
So what does she look like when she's not wearing a mask?
Well, she's in a costume wearing a mask. That's pretty safe bet as to her description right now.
So, do we know what her relative social standing would be in this crowd?
She's a high-ranking member of an agency of the Ondarian government.
So she's able to get into this party without stealing invitations.
You would also know that her surname includes the suffix or the prefix ir, which is the Eberron equivalent of Vaughn. So it is an indicator that she is an aristocrat.
All right. So
Could
can I'd like my first go will be just to look around for feminine figures that have drawn an entourage.
Okay. So the way this is going to work is you're looking for someone here at a party where everyone's wearing masks. So this is a skill challenge, and we'll go in rounds. Each round is about 5 minutes for the purposes of this. So sure, you can begin with a perception check.
And wait, no spells? We're saying no spells.
I mean, you can do what you want, but I'm just telling you what happened when I cast a minor cantrip. They got in my head very quickly.
All right, fine. 15 perception.
15?
Yes.
Okay, so looking around, you spot like a whole lot of aristocratic women. In fact, a substantial portion of this party is made up of people who have some sort of valet with them. So it is an embarrassment of riches in the wealthy-looking female department. As far as
You say.
as far as this party goes.
I would like to specifically try to see someone who is having security or anyone in uniform approach them, speak, and then leave. Over the period of this 5 minutes, is there someone that seems to be having information relayed to them?
Okay.
Can I
sure.
investigate that?
Investigation in this context would be more about like going around and asking questions to try and put together a clue. Probably Ari would be the one who has probably explained to you that the convention of a masquerade party is you can't just walk up and say, "Where's Nea Irkrell?"
Yeah.
Because that's the point. So
Which Shade needed
investigation would be
explaining.
more about like, right.
These are
Investigation would
great
be more
because they're-
about trying to put together clues as to who's there through conversation and that sort of thing. And looking for the behavior of security would be more perception.
Hey, you got to try, you know.
Sure.
So perception, the check.
Mm-hmm.
15.
15 perception. Okay. Yeah, looking around, you do start to notice some of the people in masks do seem to be spending a lot of time watching other people. And every now and again, you see one of them raise a hand and touch one of the buttons on their collars. And though they have masks on, so you can't like see whether they're talking, but it reminds you of the gesture that you guys use to activate your communicators. And so you are able to start picking up on who seems to be a guard here, because the guards are primarily not overt.
I would like to go to Ari. So since you're parties and things, and then point those people out, they aren't doing normal party things, I don't think. I think that they might be some of the guards. Maybe that's something. I don't know what to look for.
No, you did good. That's good. Good job. Just mingle, have fun, try to blend in. We'll figure it out.
Pog is going to not stop watching those people. Pog is going to stop watching those people and go over towards the table.
Nice.
Blingle.
Yeah, it is a sumptuous buffet. Although, I don't know, what does Pog think of like fancy foods?
Doesn't know, but we're going to find out as we go through them.
Okay.
They will all be sampled.
This is a mixture of very fine Ondarian cuisine, which, you know, to put a real world analog to it, tends to be sort of French cuisine, and Zalargo cuisine, which tends to be a lot more spicy, being tropical, a lot more pepper options, probably a lot more similar to what you get in Stormreach. Honestly, lots of fish, heavily spiced.
Then he dramatically likes it.
Cool.
He's one of those people that like makes a scene about spicy. Oh, that's so good. Oh, it's so good. Could I get more?
A party goer laughs good-naturedly and says, "Hi, and who are you here guarding?"
This buffet table is what I'm doing. Are you? You know, it's just work, right?
I suppose, yes.
What about you? Whose table are you guarding?
Oh, I'm not. I'm a guest. I have my own guards.
Oh, just because I was big, I can't be
Oh no!
rich and important. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Are you?
Terribly sorry. Oh, goodness. Beg your pardon.
No, you can't see because of the mask. I'm just kidding. I'm not offended.
Whoa.
I'm not upset at all. No. And just a friendly pat on the shoulder.
The guy, like, goes sideways.
Yep. Because I'm trying to see if anybody is guarding him to see if that was too aggressive to give him a nice little shoulder pat.
When you lay hands on him, you do see someone else in a mask nearby. Just step a foot, just put a foot forward and just shift weight into readiness. But no one comes running or tries to tackle you or anything ridiculous like that.
So this is my first of these kinds of parties. I've never been to a mask and rage ball before, and so I don't really know what are the must-do things here.
Try the food, have a drink,
Done.
dance. It's just it's a good time.
I can dance like you wouldn't believe, especially after I've had some drinks. Do you want to meet my friends and have some drinks?
I would be delighted to.
We should just all be friends.
He's gone rogue, everyone. He's gone rogue.
You told him to go mingle, talk, and get to know people. So here we are, doing as instructed.
Not wrong. What's Ari doing?
Okay, Philip, here's the thing. Ari probably... I'm having a hard time describing it, like, in more detail, other than Ari would like to use the normal conventions of a masquerade ball to try and navigate the crowd to figure out get on the path to Nea, like through like the coded language and like aristocratic rigmarole and all that kind of stuff.
I will let you use either investigation or persuasion to achieve that. I assume that persuasion is your
Very little question as to which route this goes.
I used to also be really good at investigation, but then I switched subclasses. So
The only question is whether
Ari's
or not
going to go
the shirt
down from
stays
pushing
on.
his
natural
investigations.
20.
Nice.
Awesome. Okay, so you begin to mingle with the crowd around the dance floor, and after a little bit, you begin to pick up some clues that Nea has actual dragonhawk feathers in her mask. This has made a big scene, a big splash in the party. And so you pick up that clue as to her identity.
Okay.
Shade, what's Shade up to?
She's eavesdropping. She would like to listen in on conversations. She knows her well. Ari knows her well enough that I imagine she was persuaded to not participate in conversation.
Okay, give me a perception check to overhear conversations.
16.
A lot of the conversation is of things that have absolutely no interest to Shade. Did you see what so-and-so was wearing? Can you believe they served, that sort of thing. The only...
See that large half-orc over at the buffet table?
I'm just imagining
Yeah.
Shade's responses. Can you believe? Yes.
We live in a world of magic and fantasy. I can believe most things, yes.
Right.
You do hear someone comment, "Oh, that man in the black mask I danced with, terribly cold hands. and then someone walks up to you and distracts you by, I love your cat. Wherever did you get them?
From a zoo. Well, no, it was a market. And you people bought
Vivace
animals
market.
there.
Yes, oh my, and
Yes.
you must have been much... Was there a litter? Were there more of them? Would you consider breeding?
Only if he chooses. But no, there was not a litter. He was one of a kind.
I should say so.
He's very pretty, isn't he?
He is. Who mage bred him like that?
I don't. He was.
I see. Well, very well. Wasn't trying to compete. Enjoy the party. And walks off a little stiffly.
Keep your secrets.
Okay, so round dose. You all begin to continue to mingle. Drinks are coming around on trays. There's plenty.
Has the information about the feathers been shared?
I don't know.
Via
Well, can you tell me
communicators.
structurally.
Except Esri doesn't have one.
So Ezri's got no
That's
clues.
also. I mean,
Not like you're
You tell-
telepathic.
you tell me structurally, Philip, how this is working, because like how much time from round to round? Because like Ari would
Each
get
round
that
is about
information-
5 minutes.
Oh, okay. Because Ari would get that information and start scanning. But yeah, Ari, as he like looks around the room and sees each person, because my telepathy isn't a spell, so I think Ari is willing to take that chance and just relay Dragonhawk feathers to everyone. Telepathically, not using the communicator intentionally, because he also doesn't want to verbalize this kind of stuff in the room. So, yeah.
Okay. So
And-
there you go.
We can, as I make a connection with each of you, mechanically, Philip, it's a bonus action for me to like create a link with somebody, so we can go back and forth before I switch to the next target. So if anybody has any follow-up questions, so yeah. So yes, Dragonhawk Feathers has been.
And I have, because you said we couldn't respond, so I would have told you about Cold Hands Dude.
Cold Hands Dude, okay. Man in black mask. Cold Hands. Okay.
So it's round 2. Somebody go.
Hearing that and presumably still in this gentleman's company and having drinks now, would like to look and see if I can see the aforementioned mask anywhere around.
Sure. Give me a perception check to look for a mask with Dragonhawk feathers.
17.
So looking around, you see a tall woman in a red, a glossy red mask with sprays of feathers coming off the sort of sides, almost like a crested bird. You see her moving quickly through the crowd, away from the dance floor, walking directly towards a door, and moving very purposefully and kind of stiffly.
What is the mask of the guy that has approached me?
He is wearing a mask that has the visage of a of a green dragon.
Okay. Then just turning the conversation to how I really like the scaling on his mask, and it's got a lot of different colors, and you can see shadows in good places. That's very good. I just wanted feathers mostly. I thought it would be fun. You don't get to wear a lot of feathers when you're big like this. Typically, it makes people look at you in a weirder way than here. But do you see her? Those feathers are the best here. Those are incredible.
Dragonhawk, if I'm not mistaken.
I thought the same.
Lovely.
Have you spoken to her tonight?
Yes, she was at the beginning and in the receiving line. I encountered her.
Oh, I wish I knew where she had gotten that mask, because I spent so long trying to find just the right mask myself, and then I'm beaten by the first set of feathers I see.
Well, I imagine it was custom made for her. This is her party to a certain degree.
Oh, so this is... I will be completely honest with you now. I was brought with a friend, so I'm just excited to be here at this party. And I'm not entirely sure what we're having the party for. It's just nice to have it, you know.
Oh, they have one of these about once a month here at the embassy, so just an occasion to get together. The up and coming of Trollenport, as well as other members of the diplomatic corps of other countries. It's just an excuse to blow off some steam.
So just a big old important room full of important people. And she's
Indeed.
in charge of the embassy? That's why you said it was her party?
She is the ranking diplomat here, I believe, yes.
I need to learn a lot more about how diplomats do jobs.
I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
That's because I didn't tell you my name, because I know that we have to learn them about each other. I understand that about this party. And he slaps him on the shoulder again. I didn't see where... And tries to find Ari with a quick scan, too.
Okay.
See if he can draw his eye.
Right. So Pog has spotted the Dragonhawk feathers.
Ari, like, while this is happening concurrently with what Pog's doing, and then at the end, hopefully catch Pog's eye, Ari wants to, I want to do a performance check, Philip, to dance and make, like, basically, Ari wants to try to become a person worth knowing at the party, to try and maybe draw Naya's attention to him, if that makes sense. Through
Okay.
dancing and like performing well at this ball. So,
You wanna make a scene on the dance floor.
in a good way. Like, not
He's
the
a
way we normally
maniac,
make a good scene.
maniac on the floor.
All right.
Yes.
Give me this performance check.
Get into a wicked dance off with someone.
Yeah, you wait until just the right song comes.
It's a walk-off. It's a
comes
walk-off.
on the set.
23.
23.
Man can perform.
Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. You launch into a fairly vigorous dance that's being played. That's
Can't breathe through this
complicated.
mask.
And it's one of those, whole group dances where partners are being passed all, around everything, and you know the steps perfectly, and are absolutely taking notice. Yeah, absolutely. You have certainly impressed the crowd, and people do, as the song comes to an end, people do start to kind of inquire, my goodness, where did you learn to dance like that?
Oh, this isn't my first rodeo, as they say. I love the spectacle and the just the occasion to get together and have fun. And as Ari is talking, he catches Pog's eye and makes the connection. Is like, "What's up, buddy?"
Over here. Come to me.
All right. Thank you.
Oh, rodeo. How droll.
Yeah, isn't it? Well, it's been wonderful, and I hope to dance with all of you. I have to go check in with one of my friends real quick. And Ari leaves them wanting more out on the dance floor.
Of course, yes. as one always should.
And then starts making his way over to Pog.
What is Ezra up to?
Did I hear correctly that someone saw someone with that kind of mask leaving the party? Is there
I
an
haven't
obvious...
shared it though.
Oh, you haven't?
No, because I
Well, he
was
shared
trying to
it
get
to-
Ari over.
Ari just now, right?
Well, he just said, "Come here." He didn't say,
Oh, I see.
"Yeah."
Well, that's... Is there like an alcove or corridor that's obviously being guarded? Like the party's in here and business is out that way and you aren't supposed to go that way?
Yeah, give me a check to try and notice that. I would take perception or investigation, whichever is your preference.
For me, it is always perception. No, not great. 16.
You can see that there are several exits from this room, and some of them are in use. One of them you see guests going and coming from with fair frequency. Another you see servants coming in and out with new trays of drinks and food. And there is one that there is a properly attired, masked figure standing next to, but they are just standing. There's a very obvious, this guy is keeping an eye on this door. That this is the restricted area of the party. And probably as you look for that, you would see a woman with dragonhawk feathers in her mask, walking briskly and somewhat stiffly towards that door.
Okay. Telepathically to her. I wasn't expecting to see her, so I'm sort of making this up as I go. I will start walking towards her in my best like ultra proper Kalishtar arrogance walk and telepathically say, I would very much like an audience at your convenience. I'm the one all in green to your left.
Okay, make an insight check.
Okay. Oh, that was almost so good. 17.
Okay, so her, you see her stiffen some, and her head whips over, and obviously you don't have facial expression to read from in this context, but you can tell with body language that you startled her, but that you startled her because she is flustered. Something has put her off. You see her look at you, you see her register you, and then she turns and goes through the door.
If I have time before she gets out of eyesight, I mean, I will start to say, I can wait, and I'm willing to do so under guard. and then just sort of meander that direction, but just kind of loiter at that point.
Fair enough. What is Shade up to this round, Casey?
Well, Shade did not see her and is confident everybody else has that covered. So she's looking for the cold-handed gentleman in the black mask.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Oh, 13. I get +7. That is a very low roll.
You have the option to push. This pleases you enough. 13 is not
I do have
successful.
the option to push. I would very much like to push. She is perceptive.
Okay.
Yes. 24.
You see towards on the dance floor, but towards the edge of the dance floor, and not dancing, a tall figure in dark blue cloth and a black mask, a very simple black masquerade mask. A tall man who is clearly watching that woman go through a door as you follow the line of his gaze, and he, as you watch, he turns and walks very gracefully through the dancing people over to a smaller figure in an also in a feathered mask. This one kind of shaped like an owl, an owl's face, and you see him lean over slightly, and they seem to be, I mean, obviously you can't see lips moving, but they seem to be speaking to one another.
I would like to head in their direction, and I would communicate what I'm witnessing over the comms.
Okay. Round the third.
Does this start with, can we say Ari's arriving to me?
Sure.
I will make the play as though I was looking
Hi, sir.
in another direction and go, oh, there you are. How are you? I was just making a new friend here. We enjoy a lot of the same foods, me and the gray mask here.
Man in the Green Dragon bows elaborately.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Yours as well, so to speak. Indeed.
I saw you dancing quite a bit out there. I had noticed you were.
Yes, it's a wonderful, wonderful time. You know, it's what people are expected to do at occasions like this. So.
Oh.
Yeah, it's,
Well, maybe we should do some dance. Do you dance, friend? And taking a slight step with Ari.
I have been known to grace the dance floor.
Well, huzzah! Let's to the floor then. And Pog is gonna lean into Ari's ear and say, "I am so completely lost. But the woman with the feathers, she went in that door over there."
and Ari looks in the direction of that Pog's looking at. It's like, all right, good. And Ari telepathically connects with Pog. Good work, buddy. All right.
And
well, I'm gonna
Esri's
go-
over there.
Okay. I see.
Sure, you do see
over there.
Esri lingering there. A man standing by the door has sort of shifted to be very obviously aware of Ezri lingering near the door.
I'll go see what I can do about that situation. Good job, buddy.
Pog is going to grab 2 drinks off of a passing tray and hand one to the man in the dragon mask and go, well, let's then, and continue partying with this guy.
Ari breaks away from Pog and starts heading towards the door.
Okay.
Bless you.
Esther, are you doing anything or just waiting?
I'll to the guard. I'll say having a good evening in Celestial.
His head tilts to the side slightly. Pardon?
Perhaps. And then I'll repeat it in Primordial.
So I begin to think you may have overindulged.
And then in common. Sorry, yes, I forget myself. Apologies. A good evening.
Perhaps I should get you a coach.
Well, I'm not really the athletic type, so much. Though it's a kind offer. Right then. And just sort of turn away.
Philip giving nothing gives me everything.
Casey, what is Shay doing? She's headed towards this guy.
She is, and she's feeling so confident from her what she views as a positive interaction at the party. So she's walking straight up to them.
Okay. Would you make a perception check for me?
Yes. 25.
You notice as you approach another figure in a blue sort of kind of military style, kind of like Ari's coat, and a just garish mask. I mean, sort of motley diamond checker pattern in pink and blue up one half of the face of the mask, and some gold painted feathers on the other side sticking up that have been enchanted to look like they are flames flickering off the side of the mask. Walking straight towards the same person, and then kind of checking themselves as they see you move in to intercept this person. They were obviously walking very purposefully towards the man in the black mask.
Are they within hearing distance? If I'm talking to the gentleman in the black mask?
They might be. It would be the sort of thing that might require a perception check. There's a lot of ambient noise, and so low conversations are not easy to overhear here. The man in the black mask turns because you are very noticeable in your current attire and accompanied by your peacock panther. And the two of them, their conversation clearly breaks off, and they turn towards you, and the man in the mask stands a little bit straighter and just gives a cordial sort of half nod, bow sort of thing.
Hello. It looks, and she says this intentionally loud enough so that the other guy who was approaching could hear as well. We all decided to go with blue this evening. Right? People just make observations.
Yes, I did. Yes. That's what I had on hand.
Oh, I didn't. I had to buy this dress because I don't have fancy clothes. But I do now. This is Cal. Isn't he lovely?
There's a slightly awkward pause, and then the younger person, who now that you're closer, the smaller of the two, clearly feminine as you approach, is where it says, "Well, it looks lovely on you."
Thank you. That is so nice.
And she
You also look
crouches
lovely.
down. Thank you very much. She crouches down and puts her hand out to Cal, and then once he has sniffed her, proceeds to sort of scratch around his jaw.
And this is important. How does Cal react to her?
He takes the hand. It's his hand now.
Pal will put it in his bag.
Would you make a check just using... Well, I guess this would be perception. Would you make a perception check for Cal? And I think Cal has advantage on scent-based things, and this scent would be relevant.
It does. Okay. $17.
You notice that Cal reacts very warmly to being scritched under the jaw, and is completely fine with her. The man steps a little closer and says, "I think we had best be moving on." And Cal, you notice Cal bristle a little when the man steps any closer to you at all.
Oh.
She looks up.
So soon?
Oh, you think so? I'm afraid so. We're a bit of a hurry. And she stands up and says, "Yes, of course. It was nice to meet you." And turns toward him, and he kind of stiffly holds out an arm for her to take.
She, not wanting to let them off quite so easily, but ill-equipped for how to do that, says, Cal is a very good judge of character, and he liked you. That speaks very highly of you.
That's very nice of you to say. He's very beautiful.
He is, isn't he? Thank you. I mean,
Ari and Pog, you were heading somewhere.
Well, Ari was breaking away from Pog to head towards the door with that Nia went through.
Okay.
So
Pog is going to the dance floor on the nearest corner towards that door to be close, but to still be engaged with Dragonface.
dancing with his new friend.
So Ari, you would be approaching Esri, who's standing nearby.
Ari just kind of makes eye contact with Esri and gives him a nod and says telepathically, "I'm going to see if I can get in there."
She went through there telepathically. I tried to speak with her, and she noticed me but did not respond.
Ari acknowledges and approaches the guard at the door And Ari wants to convey to the guard, hi, I apologize for approaching in this manner. I believe I saw Diplomat Irkrell enter through this door. I have urgent business from a mutual acquaintance that I need to speak to her about. And Ari's saying this very hushed, trying to give it a sense of gravity and urgency. Ari has not told a lie, but if you would like me to roll deception instead of persuasion, I'm fine either way.
You're welcome to make an appointment, sir. This is a party.
I really, I do apologize, sir, but this is something that has a certain sense of urgency to it, and I can assure you that Diplomat Krell will share that sentiment once she knows the information I need to give her.
Make a persuasion check.
18 could push.
So
oh. Go ahead.
he he nods and says, "You'd like to take that up with her when she returns to the party. That is your business, but I tell you she's not interested in doing business tonight."
Very well. And if I gave you something, could you at least take it to her and let her make that decision?
If you'd like to leave a message for her, I can pass it along.
Ari reaches into his pocket and pulls out the ciphered note that Thora gave him and slips it to the man and says, I would appreciate a sense of urgency in this regard.
Understood, sir.
Does he move at all?
Not in the least.
And then Ari walks over to Ezri. He's like, well, that was a bust. Sorry, well, that was a bust.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be of the persuadable sort. I could get by. I don't know if it's wise or not.
I mean, you can give it a shot, but like I said, they got eyes everywhere when it comes to casting spells, and I imagine a party like this, it's going to be high alert.
Just a piece of information that Ari would know as a traveler, as someone who spent a lot of time traveling. Ari probably has a pretty good idea of some of the general legal principles. And it is a legal principle that a embassy is the sovereign territory of the country whose embassy it is.
Fair.
In the strictest sense of the law, you are not in Zalargo right now.
Now, how cynical is Ari about the trust to think would they actually honor that? But that's fair. No, that's a good point. I mean, like I said, if you want to give it a shot, you can, but I imagine she'll come back out eventually. This is her party. I think the longer she's gone, the more of an issue that's going to become. And Ari's like, as he's talking... Oh, go ahead.
She seemed perturbed. Which... obviously, it's not necessarily on our business, but it seems worrisome.
Yeah. Yep. Her not being in a good mood is not great for us. As Ari's talking to Ezra, he's scanning, keeping an eye out for Pog and Shade as well. Just
no check is necessary to spot your friends. You can see Pog cutting a rug with the dragon masked man, and you can see Shade standing basically directly across the dance floor from you, standing near a man in a black mask and an extremely garishly masked figure is just a little bit away, looking casual but definitely hovering.
It's like Shade's got something going on. And Ari makes a connection with Shade. You okay? Telepathically.
Yeah.
Okay. Just see you chatting with some folks, making sure you're all good.
Jade, do you know you've
it's going
approached
okay.
strangers?
Are you? You can tell me if you're being kidnapped right now. This is telepathic. They won't know.
Okay. Hog, are you... I mean, you're on hand. You can see Ezri and Ari. Are you attempting to accomplish anything else here other than just staying at the ready?
No, Pog is awaiting instructions. He has done every task as they were given to him and was not given another task. And this is like... This one guy staying entertained and friendly is him being a part of the party, and he's going to just wait to be told what he needs to do next.
Good.
They know where he is. He knows where they are. Back to the Wolf of Wall Street dance for Pog.
That makes sense. To the degree that makes sense. Shade, the man in the black mask continues to sort of draw the younger woman away and begins to turn and try to navigate towards the door. You see the man in the bright colored mask immediately move past you towards him.
I would like to engage him in conversation.
The man in the bright colored mask?
Yes.
Okay.
And
Who
How do you
is
do
this
that?
person?
if there's enough time, what I would like to do is communicate to Ari, because he had just checked in on me. I would like to
Yeah, we'd be connected.
yes, I would like to communicate that if he could watch the man in the black mask, like that definitely was suspicious that she was so nice, and he wants to pull her away. But then I would like to turn, because the other guy very clearly, because Shade saw him head towards them, right?
Yeah, this person has sort of just is moving right past you. The second it's clear that your conversation with them is breaking up, they are just moving like a dart straight towards them.
So she would intercept their path and go, "Oh, do you know them? That lovely young lady, she was so very nice."
They start a bit and I know him a bit.
My panther, he seemed to like her, but he doesn't like everybody. Can I roll a perception for Cal again to see how he reacts to this person that I'm approaching now?
Yes.
Oof. I did not do Cal justice. That's a 9.
Cal doesn't seem to have a strong opinion about this person. They haven't approached you aggressively. They haven't really done anything. But Cal is not immediately bristling or anything like that.
Cool. Good sign. Sorry, I guess she would not have the social skills. Do you know her name? I didn't get to catch that beforehand.
Oh, well, that's a bit outside the purview of this sort of thing, and I'm sorry. I need to catch them before they make it out the door, and they attempt to push past you.
I will follow him, but not stealthily.
Right.
Just
The idea of somebody pushing
This
past
person
Shade, that
moves-
sentence could have ended with, I'm going to cast Thunderwave.
Yeah, right.
Because how dare they?
This person weaves their way through the crowd and comes up behind the man in the black mask and reaches out, catches his arm. The tall man whirls around, and you see the person in the bright mask. Give me just a moment. A word. I saw you speaking to our lovely host, and I just had to ask. And Shade, make a perception check, and Ari, make a perception check with disadvantage.
Okay. I already got a
I would
negative
like
one.
to push that.
And I don't
again.
know. I haven't checked in with Esri. Is this where your attention is, Esri, or are you still waiting?
No one's pointed this out to Esri, as far as I know. So
You're highly observant. Ari's standing near you, and he would be clearly watching this. So it's kind of up to you whether this is.
yeah, okay, sure, yeah. I mean, if Ari's attention is somewhere, he would glance over.
Okay. Then you can also give me a perception check with disadvantage. Hog, I think the dancing is probably going to prevent you from being perceptive.
Nope. I will not even try to talk you into this. Yep.
19 for Esri.
19. You got
22
it.
for
22.
Shade.
Shade, you very clearly notice, and Ezra, you notice this as well, although differently. Ezra, you see as the bright masked person's hand rests on the darkly garbed person, you see what looks like a gesture, but is definitely a very precise gesture in the hands. And Shade, your very attuned ears pick up a slight modulation in the voice that you recognize from attempts by both Ari and occasionally Esri to charm people.
Oh.
And so you see the spell casting, and nothing changes immediately, and then you see the figure in the black mask jerk his arm away and say, "What are you playing at?" The figure in the bright mask says, "It's best you come quietly with me." And the guy in the black mask reaches a hand out, and a long, wicked-looking longsword shunts out of the glove that he's wearing and into his grasp. And we're going to need to roll initiative next week on Khyber Shards.
Got him.
This has been Khyber Shards. Thank you all so much for watching. We hope you've enjoyed this. Please, if you'd like to
I
get
have
in touch
no
with us,
idea
you can
what's
do so
going
in
on.
Comments. Do so in comments down below. We are currently working a subscription push. When we get to 100 subscriptions, we will be giving away a handmade leather dice bag created by Lazy Fox Creates.
Yeah.
And
So cool.
Force
you
a
will
family
find down
member to
below-
hit the button.
Right. You will find a link down below to their store, as well as to our merch store, our coffee, our Discord, all the social media, as well as a link to Colin's Twitch, where he is sorry BTR. The O is a 0. New episodes of Khyber Shards drop every Monday. New Khyber Shards answers every Friday. And until next time, thanks for rolling with us.